The text style can of course also be changed. Not on the container, but on the text itself. On the text, if you use control space, you see you got a bunch of arguments to configure how that text is rendered. For example, also what should happen if it exceeds the box it's inside. Here, however, I'm interested in the style, which is of type text style. So indeed, you should create a text style object, and now you can configure a lot of stuff about the text. You can set its shadow, you can set the height, and so on. Here, I want to set the font weight, and I'll set that to font weight.bold. Font weight here is a class with a lot of static properties like bold. So we don't instantiate font weight, instead we access .bold like this because it's a static property. Keep in mind, static properties are basically like enums, just that it's not a number with a label, but a more complex value with a label. That value, however, that complex value is then used by the text style in conjunction with the text widget. So you just set this and you get a bold text. You can also change the size, so we can set the font size here maybe to 20. If you do that, it's bigger. Please also note that the surrounding card and container automatically adjusted to the increased size. So by default, that container grows with the content, which is of course good. So now we have this. Let's maybe also fine-tune the color. And for that here on the text, we can go to style and set the color. And let's set this maybe to purple, which is one of the built-in colors on that colors class. Again, this is a static property on the colors class. Just like font weight, colors acts as a grouping mechanism. And for the container, where I also want to change the border color now, well, we do that here when we set up that border. So I'll change this to purple as well. And now we have that purple box. So this is looking good. Now, as a little exercise, try doing similar style adjustments for your row. I want to make sure that all the items are positioned on the left by default and not centered. You learned about this earlier in this module. And change the text styles there as well. The title should also be bold, a little bit bigger, not as big as the amount, but a little bit bigger regarding the font size. And the date, whilst it still looks ugly, should have a grayish color, so not black, but gray. And it should definitely be smaller than the title here. These are the adjustments I will make in the next lecture. Definitely try it on your own first.